Welcome, everyone. I know we haven't been able to be in the same place together, and it's nice to chat, so I apologize for breaking up the fun. But we are really excited to have you here with us today. My name is Shauna Forsberg. I'm the President and CEO of United Way of the Midlands. We're absolutely delighted to have you join us for our 2021 annual meeting. We really have a lot to celebrate today, and we're so happy that you could be with us here in person. We would like to recognize some of our state senators that are here with us today, Senator Mike McDonald, and also City Councilman Danny Blagley, and City Councilman Pete Festerson. Thank you for being here with us. In the midst of one of the most difficult times in recent history, you raised your hands and stepped up to support our community. And today, we are excited to share the impact that each of you have made by joining together to help those who are struggling. We're also going to celebrate 6 incredible United Way partners and last year's campaign chairs who have gone above and beyond to support our community. And finally, we're going to recognize the Citizens of the Year, a truly amazing couple who've made a tremendous impact in our community. We're also looking forward to sharing with you our new goals with you so that you can see how your support will continue to make a positive impact and help community recover from the pandemic. So now let's enjoy our lunch, and I'll be back with you shortly for a formal presentation. Thanks, everyone.
We will now begin our program.
Hello, I sure hope everyone's enjoying their lunch. We're going to begin our program, but please feel free to keep enjoying your meal. You know, because we know it takes an immense amount of work and teamwork to forward progress in our community, I'd like to begin our program by acknowledging and thanking all of our partners who we've had the honor of working with this past year. First, I'd like to recognize our annual meeting sponsors, FNBO, American National Bank, and the Lindsay Corporation, as well as our 13 community sponsors. We'd like to thank the extraordinary Omaha Council Bluffs business community with 600 organizations taking part in the United Way campaign. Our funded health and human service agencies. We are so honored to partner with these amazing organizations. They've really been on the front lines providing support to those who need it most. And given the immense challenges COVID has brought to our community, this has required innovative thinking, flexibility, and a can-do spirit. And as you've seen from this list of amazing partners, we thank them for their heroic work. I'd also like to thank our board of directors for their thoughtful leadership and guidance during these unprecedented times. Led this past year by Gail DeBoer, retired president and CEO of Cobalt Credit Union, and now by Tim Burke, the retired president and CEO of OPPD. Our 2020 United Way campaign chairs, Clark and Emily Lauritsen, and their cabinet, during one of the most difficult times we've ever experienced as an organization. I need to repeat that. During one of the most difficult times, Clark and Emily dedicated their tremendous expertise, their insight, and support to ensure the success of the United Way campaign, and ultimately to ensure we could continue to meet our neighbors' needs. We're incredibly grateful to you, and we're incredibly grateful to the entire FNBO team. They were amazing to work with. And to our 2021 campaign chairs, Lance and Julie Fritz. These two incredible individuals are passionately leading the charge this year. And I say the word passionately, I really mean it. And with the entire support of the Union Pacific team. You truly are amazing, so thank you. One of the highlights of this last year were our Tocqueville Society members who rallied together to support our community in an incredible way. This year, we were humbled to have a record number of 295 Tocqueville Society members, thus surpassing the goal we've been striving for years. As a result of this achievement, Mr. Warren Buffett generously increased his match of our entire campaign raised, meaning we had thousands of additional dollars to be invested here in our community. We'd also like to thank our United Way affinity groups, the emerging leaders who focus their efforts on supporting our JAG Nebraska program, and Women United, who are dedicated to supporting Shine Bright, an initiative to provide care kits for kids at local schools. We'd like to thank the thoughtful and astute local foundations who lend their support and expertise, and which have been incredibly critical during COVID. To our 211 partners, including Children's Hospital, Sync Health, Lyft, the Metro Area Continuum of Care for the Homeless, the Iowa Department of Public Health, and our partnerships with the Nebraska and Iowa United Ways. To Governor Pete Ricketts, Commissioner Albin, and members of our state legislature for their tremendous support of JAG Nebraska and 211. To Senator Mike McDonald and the Omaha Federation of Labor for their partnership in 211 and our blue collar boxing event. I sure hope you'll join us on November 24th for this really fun event. You hopefully saw on your way in that we have the reigning king of Thanksgiving and challenger Christopher Porkington, who will battle it out at this year's event to determine which is the most popular Thanksgiving meal. So, you know, we do anything we can at United Way to raise money, and I love the two gents that are doing this for us. To the numerous media partners across television, radio, print, and outdoor, and to the United Way staff. Love you all. You've worked incredibly hard this last year, and you're an incredible group of knowledgeable and caring leaders who really work tirelessly to make a difference, and I'm honored to work with all of you. And finally, I'd like to recognize Alan Logier and Walter Scott, two wonderful gentlemen who passed away this year. They were generous philanthropists who cared deeply for the well-being of our community. So as we reflect back on this past year and the generosity shown by each and every one of you, I am overwhelmed with gratitude. It's another extremely difficult year for so many. Families are struggling to pay their rent and mortgage. Kids were struggling in school. People were going hungry. Hospitals and healthcare workers were stretched thin, and many of us remained isolated in our homes. Yet, as an incredible testament to this community's caring spirit, you understood that isolated didn't mean alone. And whenever and however you could, you stepped up and joined together to lend a helping hand. You were there for those in need every step of the way. And your love for each other and your love for this community has been humbling to witness. You made truly amazing things happen, and I want to highlight and celebrate those things with you here. Because of you, and with the support of our campaign chairs, Clark and Emily Lauritsen, we raised $24.8 million this past year. That's $5.4 million more than the year previously, and I point that out, it was during a pandemic. So thanks to your generosity, United Way and our partners were able to provide 200,000 health services, provide 3.75 million meals, help 2,000 families stay in their homes, helped 8,000 individuals keep their jobs, served 10,000 of our kids through the out-of-school time programs, and helped achieve 100% senior class participant graduation for our JAG program. With the support of Goodfellow donors and our fabulous partner at the Omaha World Herald, the Goodfellows program was able to invest $1.1 million into the community this year. And this investment is providing emergency housing and utility assistance, holiday food vouchers, shoes and clothing to assist people in our community. Through the CARES and Housing Stability Program, we provided $1.7 million in rental, mortgage, and utility assistance to eligible Nebraskans who experienced COVID-related hardship. Our Jobs for America's Graduate program, or better known as JAG Nebraska, provided in-school class to students as they prepared to enter the workforce or post-secondary education. We're so thankful to Governor Ricketts, Commissioner Albin, and the Nebraska Department of Labor support for this wonderful program. We partnered with the Boy Scouts to host Scouting for Food, a food benefit driving the food bank for the Heartland with the support of sponsors from Werner Enterprises and Target. The Scouts were able to collect more than 156,000 meals, ensuring more people could feed their families here in our community. In February, we were also proud to host our first annual Health Hero Giving Day to support the 23 combined health agency drive organizations. We were grateful to the support of Physicians Mutual, Great Western Bank, Hancock and Dana, Lindsay Corporation, KETV, Nebraska Medicine, and Election Services, or Systems and Software. We hosted Day of Action on April 8th to give community members the opportunity to support local United Way agencies on the front lines of COVID. And again, we were grateful to an amazing lineup of sponsors: Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, Facebook, FNBO, KMTV, the Omaha World Herald, Cox Communications, Melody Sales and Promotions, RTG Medical, Pete Festerson for City Council, and Steam Fitters and Plumbers Local Union 464. Our 211 helpline continued to serve the entire state of Nebraska and Iowa and played a vital role during COVID. This past year, the helpline launched a new website, a mobile app, making it easier for people to access the help they need. We also moved into a new call space, thanks to the support of the Robert Doherty Foundation, Google, and our Iowa partners who provided funding for this project, and to HDR and C2 Building Company for making this a reality. And this past year, 211 had 194,000 contacts, a 38% increase over the previous year, with the top requests being housing, utility, and employment. So I hope you all feel very proud when you see how many lives you've impacted right here in our community. And we're truly stronger because of you and your support. Yet despite the incredible progress we've made this last year, we know COVID, the pandemic, is not over, and that the road to recovery will be longer and harder for some. Different parts of our economy will recover at different rates, times, and magnitudes. Right now, we know that 1 in 4 households have 3 or more risk factors that delay, prevent, or otherwise impact the impacts of COVID-19. And in the Omaha Council Bluffs metro, that we have the highest percentage of working poor in the country, with 70% of our households living in poverty having at least one person working in that home. More than 50,000 people are paying too much for rent in our area, and experts estimate that food insecurity increased 15% in Douglas and Sarpy County and 26% in Potawatomi County between 2019 and 20, and still have not returned to normal demand. 60% of our learners from low-income families regularly logged in to remote classroom work compared to 90% of higher-income kiddos. We also know that 40% of African Americans and 30% of Hispanics lacked access to safe and affordable financial services compared to 18% of Americans overall. So how do we tackle these challenges and the widening social and economic disparities in our community? Well, this year, after realizing or exceeding many of our previous goals, we knew it was time for United Way to update our strategic plan, and so that we could continue to address the current community needs efficiently. Together with a task force of community leaders, we made thoughtful revisions to the goal, with the goal of ensuring we remained responsible to our community and donor interests, and of elevating our priorities and processes so we could make greater impact in the metro. Out of this work, we developed a new mission statement, which I'm really proud to share with you here today. United Way of the Midlands unites our community's caring spirit to build a stronger tomorrow. And I think that really embodies what we're all here to do. We identified 7 strategies for leading our work ahead. In our new strategic plan, guiding our work, we're currently investing in programs that are addressing pressing social and economic disparities and meeting families' essential needs, such as healthy food, a safe place to go after school, and job support. Together, these programs are forming a circle of support around those who are struggling. Knowing the challenges our community is facing right now, it's more important than ever to ensure community members can access the many things they need to grow, thrive, and provide for themselves and their families. So to hold ourselves and our partners accountable, we have set new goals for our work. By strengthening current partnerships and forging new ones, we will provide 8 million services over the next 2 years, including 4 million meals by investing in food distribution, meal services, pantries, backpack programs, and more. 500,000 health services by investing in high-quality physical, mental, and social services. 500,000 shelter nights and other housing services by investing in safe shelter, transitional housing, rent and utility assistance, supportive referrals, and case management. And 3 million services to remove barriers that create opportunity by facilitating access to resources and training to support job placement, academic attainment, financial empowerment, and essential skills. At each of your seats is the UWM 2022 to 2024 goals report for your reference. We are so grateful to each of you that you are part of Team United. So as we are reaching these goals we will made together, we are excited for the work ahead. The road to recovery from COVID will be long and trying, but if we work together, we can make sure that no one has to travel it alone. And when nonprofits, government agencies, organizations, and people like you join together, we can lift one another up, face the challenges ahead, and build a stronger tomorrow for our community, and one where fewer people will go hungry, where more people have a safe place to call home, and where more people can support themselves and their families. So please know how incredibly grateful I am. We are for your partnership and support. Time and time again, you have demonstrated your unfailing love for the Metro. Thank you for being there for our community every step of the way. You truly are the heart of United Way. So now I hope you'll enjoy the following video and you can see how your support helps families right here in our community.
Togetherness. It's the first thing you notice about Greg and his children. When life took a tough turn, this dad stepped up to the most important job of his life, raising 4 kids on his own.
They only know me. I just wanted my kids to be able to have a good education, graduate.
So Greg keeps his focus on Genesis, Jahari, Jariah, and Janice.
I mean, I'm gonna try to keep them together as long as I can, no matter what it takes.
When the pandemic hit, Greg lost his job. Then their home. United Way partners came through with temporary housing, and Greg kept his family together.
Keeping them safe, keeping them out of harm's way, keeping them housed, fed, and clothed.
Completely Kids, Another United Way lifeline provided after-school care. Before long, the entire family was on the road to recovery. United Way is right there with them for as long as it takes. This little guy counts on United Way too. He'd rather introduce himself.
My name is Nicola.
A 4-year-old charmer.
Hi. Hi.
You'd never know a serious disability makes growing, even gaining a single pound, so difficult. He and his mom, Alexi, have a United Way partner in their corner. Their trip to No More Empty Pots is the highlight of the week. The CSA box, that's Community Supported Agriculture, is full of the fresh fruits and vegetables Nicola needs most. Guess who loves all the surprises?
It brings so much joy, and it's not often that our necessities bring us joy. During the pandemic, especially, to have fresh foods that are affordable and nutritious for me and my son was really important.
The creative adventure in this kitchen is such a good thing. Nicola is finally gaining weight, and Alexi, who never ever imagined she would need food assistance, has a way to give back.
We are supporting our community, our local farmers, by eating this delicious food.
Essentials for growing healthy children. That's why you join United Way. Do any of us really know when we might need help? Sometimes one hardship leads to another. Just ask Michaela.
I'm not one of those who will let a lot take me down, but at times we're all human.
United Way partner, Family Housing Advisory Services, is Michaela's stepping stone as she works towards a better life.
I picture me and my kids, a nice home.
In a neighborhood just like this one, and they're getting there.
I want to live in a loving community. 1 year from today, I'm hopefully in the dream home.
Join United Way to put your caring spirit to work for healthier lives,
This is a really beautiful program.
where families know they're not alone.
I still got a lot more work to do.
So together, our community can replace obstacles with real opportunity.
It's great. I want to join that community.
Join today for a stronger tomorrow, because that's the United Way.
It's now my sincere pleasure to introduce Tim Burke, retired president and CEO of Omaha Public Power District, and my boss, the chair of the United Way Board. We're thrilled he's here with us today to present the Campaign Recognition Awards. Here we go.
Great.
Ready?
Thanks, Shauna. You bet. Thanks, Shauna. You know, Shauna did a great job, and I know she gets nervous when I go off script. So does Jill. Normally, I never got a script. I just got bullets. They give me a script here, so I'll stay on it. But I think it's really important. She did a great job of thanking so many people, one in this room, but in this community, for the great work over the last year. But as the board chair, I think it's really important for me to ask you to thank Shauna and her leadership team, folks that support JAG, our 211 call center folks that took 194,000 calls last year of people who needed assistance. So if we could give this team a round of applause, I would appreciate it. Well, it is my pleasure today to announce the Campaign Recognition Awards. Last year, approximately 600 organizations supported United Way of the Midlands during the 2020 campaign, empowering us to create lasting change within the community in which we live, work, and play. Now, this work was led by two remarkable people, Clark and Emily Lordson. So I'd like to invite them to the stage to be recognized. In a year where everything was turned upside down and we had to rethink how to run a community-wide campaign in a virtual environment, Clark and Emily rose to that challenge. With the support of the FNBO team, they supported two virtual events that brought together thousands of people to learn about the impact of COVID. They recruited a stellar team of community leaders to help with their efforts. They made hundreds of calls to current and prospective donors and helped United Way achieve the Warren Buffett Challenge by securing 295 Tocqueville donors. Please join me again in congratulating Clark and Emily Lordson. So thank you. And today we're going to recognize organizations who went above and beyond to support this region that we live in. I now present the United Way of the Midlands 4th Annual Campaign Recognition Awards for the past fiscal year. That's from July 2020 to current June 2021. I will first present the Volunteer of the Year award. Now, this award recognizes companies who consistently strive to improve our community through volunteerism. The winning company was chosen based on the percentage of their employees who participated in United Way of the Midland volunteer efforts during the 2020 campaign year. This was especially impressive during COVID. Drum roll. Oh, I guess they won't let me do that either. And the winner of the 2020 Volunteer Organization of the Year is Buildertrend. Brandy Manah and David Arnold, please join us on stage to accept this award. Buildertrend started in 2006 in the basement of one of the owner's homes, and today is a gold standard in construction project management software. And in 13 short years, the company has grown from the original 3 employees to 540 in 2019. Now, I used their software over the last year, and I will just give you a shout out. It's very nice. It's very good. So, very nice. Now, they have a culture that inspires people to give back, and that was truly evident this past year with numerous Buildertrend staff volunteering at some of United Way of the Midlands funded partners, such as Family Inc., Sienna Francis House, Completely Kids, and assembling Good on the Go kits for the Micah House, Together, No More Empty Pots, and Shine Bright care kits for the kids. So please extend again our congratulations to Buildertrend. Thank you. We will now present the New Business Partner of the Year. This award recognizes businesses that recently chose to invest in the community through the United Way of the Midlands. Businesses that did not donate to the United Way in the prior campaign were eligible for this award. And the winner of the 2020 New Business Partner of the Year is Facebook. Julie Anderson and Kimberly Curry, please join us on stage to accept this award. So during a great need, Facebook partnered with United Way of the Midlands to support our neighbors and further our efforts to foster community. United Way was honored to have Facebook sponsor its Unlock the Power Within You virtual event featuring Chris Gardner. Facebook also served as a sponsor for United Way's Day of Action initiative by covering the cost of the initiative in partnership with other community sponsors. Facebook made it possible for the $136,815 raised on April 8th to go directly back to our community. Now, the company was founded in Cambridge and is now one of the largest tech companies in the world. Facebook broke ground on its first building in Sarpy County in 2017, and they're now planning a 3.6 million square foot data center, which is set to open in 2024. So let's again congratulate Facebook. We will now present the Corporate Partner of the Year Awards. Because we know all sized organizations can make a big impact, the Corporate Partner of the Year Award will be presented to companies in 4 different sizes. The selection criteria included year-over-year campaign growth, average gift per donor, and participation rate. And the winner of the 2020 Corporate Partner of the Year Award in the first size category of under 100 employees is Diversified Financial Services. Diversified had strong employee participation and 75% growth in their campaign year over year. So Jeff Foch and Jamie Fiala, if you could join us on stage to accept this award. Diversified Financial Services have been a dedicated partner of United Way since 2004. During their 2020 campaign, they exceeded the amount raised through their 2019 campaign by nearly 60%. Diversified Financial is a dynamic financial services company that provides retail financing, leasing, and insurance programs for the agricultural industry. Since its founding in 1969, Diversified has focused on relationships. That they take pride in their ability to meet their partners' needs through exceptional customer service. And again, let's congratulate Diversified. Thank you very much. Now for the winner in the Corporate Partner of the Year for 100 to 199 employees. In this category, it goes to egg processing. Matt Bendler will join us on stage to accept this award, so please join me in congratulating egg processing. Egg processing has been a proud partner of United Way for more than 30 years. During the 2020 campaign year, they had a 73% participation rate among employees and raised more than $282,000 for the United Way. They also matched their employees' gift 1-to-1, which actually doubles their contribution to the community. Egg processing was founded by 3 companies in 1983 and is now the largest cooperative soybean processing company in the world and a leading supplier of soybean meal and refined vegetable oils. They operate 10 soybean processing plants in Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, and South Dakota, as well as 4 soybean oil refineries and 3 biodiesel production facilities. Again, let's congratulate egg processing. Thank you very much, Greg. And now for the 2020 Corporate Partner of the Year Award in the 200 to 800 employee category. That award goes to American National Bank. So Stephanie Gould and Grant Empson, please join us on stage to accept this award. American National Bank has generously donated to our community through United Way for more than 30 years. During the 2020 campaign year, they increased the amount they raised for United Way year over year by 13%. American National was established as the Bank of Florence Territory in Nebraska in 1856. Since that time, they have grown to become one of the largest banks in the region with major operations in Nebraska, Iowa, and the Twin Cities in Minnesota. They employ over 440 employees and remain headquartered in Omaha, Nebraska. Again, let's thank American National Bank. And last but not least, our winner of the 2020 Corporate Partner of the Year in the 801 plus employee category is FNBO. So Clark, could you have you yourself and members of your team come up and accept this award? You know, FNBO has been a proud partner of United Way for more than 30 years. FNBO Chairman and President Clark Lortzen, his wife Emily, again, as you heard today, were the United Way campaign chairs in 2020, 2021. They were not discouraged by the worldwide pandemic and instead actually viewed the campaign as an opportunity for our community to rally together in support of our neighbors like never before, and you saw the results, which was just amazing. Under their leadership, United Way is funding many programs that will continue to help our neighbors recover. During their employee campaign, FNBO increased the amount raised year over year by nearly 50%, raising an impressive $1.125 million for the community. In addition to their employee campaign, FNBO generously sponsored multiple events, including Unlocking the Power Within You, an event featuring Chris Gardner and United Way's Day of Action. FNBO is a family-owned bank whose success dates back more than 160 years. FNBO and its affiliates are proud to be the 4th largest agricultural lender in the country. They are also one of the largest commercial bank finance providers to the ethanol industry. So let's again thank FNBO. United Way of the Midlands is so grateful for the support it receives from great organizations and businesses like the ones that were recognized here today. So thank you all for your passion for this community and for your efforts to make it stronger for generations to come. Let's give all of our award recipients one more round of applause. And now it's time for Citizen of the Year Award. This award has been given out annually since 1972 and is granted to a citizen of the Greater Omaha Council Bluffs metropolitan area for their efforts for and on behalf of United Way and other philanthropic endeavors that are dedicated to the present and future strength for all of our community. This year's recipients will join an impressive list of community leaders who have helped shape the Omaha Council Bluffs metro area. Now, please turn your attention to the screen for the 2021 Citizens of the Year video.
They know who they are. They know who they care about.
The Landons are about family. That's their core. That's what they're about.
Both my mom and my dad grew up in very similar families. He recognized pretty early on that my mom was a really special person. It was just the greatest privilege of his life to get to work for his dad with his brother. The bank really became an engine for them to make a considerable difference in the community.
They're a really humble community bank reinvesting in our community. That's kind of cool. They're a great, fun family.
My parents have this real commonality in classic rock. I honestly think that was one of the things that brought them together.
He and Diney make a great pair. He doesn't need to be the visible person. That's not who Jim Landon is. When she married Jim and moved to Omaha, even in her early days, you knew that she was a very capable individual.
When she walks into a room, she lights it up. And everybody pays attention, even her kids.
We weren't perfect kids. She had a real expectation for us, so if you disappointed her, it was a really bad day. My dad's really conservative by nature. My mom's probably a little more of a risk taker, buying air rights, starting radio stations, starting a magazine company from scratch.
They learn about a need, and then they're all in.
In 1975, girls were absolutely a second thought. Girls Inc. was a natural fit with Mary Landon, Jim's mother. The impact of working with these young women and how they could become part of the community, Mary and Diney could see that. Mary went on to the national board. When her time was passed, Diney picked up the torch.
My dad was really involved in the Salvation Army and continues to be. That goes back to his grandfather. They've encouraged others to get involved and get more involved in the United Way and get your friends involved and get your employees involved. It's that founding principle that everybody's your neighbor. Everybody deserves, a real chance to have a really wonderful life.
Project Harmony is a good example. Diney was on the original board. Project Harmony at this point in time is one of the top organizations dealing with child abuse in the entire country. We do more for children across the state than almost anything else.
They're driven by impact and by leaving this world a better place than it was when they got here.
The family started a foundation. It's called the M&M for Mary and Mickey Foundation. What Diney and Jim have done is they have created another generation for Omaha. When those children have their children, because they have learned this, we're going to get value from Jim and Diney's dedication to Omaha for generations to come.
That's what the Landons do. They're always looking for, how do we make this a better place? And then they bring everybody else along. Just get out of their way. They'll accomplish great things.
Please welcome last year's 2020 Citizens of the Year recipients, Mary and Rodrigo Lopez.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are honored to recognize the 2021 United Way of the Midlands Citizens of the Year, Diney and Jim Landon. Diney and Jim are not able to be with us today as they were exposed to COVID. And watching that video, I thought I could just spit all this out, but I feel like I want to cry not having them here. Unfortunately, out of an abundance of caution and medical advice, they will not be able to attend today. But doesn't that just speak to the integrity of the couple that we're honoring today? Now to the happy part. In full disclosure, we had to check the list twice because we were so sure that Diney and Jim must have received this honor years ago. And that is because this couple has been stepping up to the task to make our community better for all people for decades. When I first moved to Omaha in the 1980s, one name I remember hearing repeatedly was Diney Landon. I mean, it is really a great name, isn't it? She was chairing some committee, and word was she was doing a great job. No big surprise there. Many years later, as you could see in the video, that great job has replayed itself over and over again through Diney's service to our community. Her dedication ranges from causes as diverse as the arts and humanities to very critical and important human services agencies. Diney's leadership has strategically guided numerous boards and committees such as Joslin Art Museum, United Way, Project Harmony, American Red Cross, Girls Inc. locally and nationally, Greater Omaha Chamber of Commerce, Exarban, Omaha Community Foundation, Omaha Symphony, Lords and Gardens. Wow. And the list goes on and on. I kid you not. No wonder I was hearing Diney's name back in the 80s. This is in addition to her professional career in finance and investments, broadcasting, and the oil and gas industry. However, my most personal experience, and one I truly cherish, is the complete vision and innovation she showed in starting United Way's Tocqueville Women's Initiative. Through everything she has done through the years, Diney's thoughtful, smart leadership has continuously shone through.
Jim Landon could be described in so many ways, but a few words that immediately come to mind are leader, caring, smart, and humble. Jim is the definition of stewardship and servant leader. As chairman of his family business, Security National Bank. In his dedication to the work of the Salvation Army, he joins Diney in the endless list of initiatives he has supported through his time and resources in our community. They include Clarkson Regional Health Services, Children's Hospital and Medical Center, Greater Omaha Chamber of Commerce, the Nature Conservancy, the Henry Dorley Zoo, Inclusive Communities, our own United Way of the Midlands, the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City, his alma mater, Southern Methodist University, and as well as Mary talked about Diney, Jim's list of involvement goes on and on as well. What I have truly admired through the years is how Jim's quiet, thoughtful approach to things gives him a unique insight to both the needs and the solutions to challenges. It is safe to say our community is blessed to have a leader like Jim Landon.
So I think you would all agree the Landons embody all that the Citizens of the Year Award stands for. They have continuously and generously shared their time, their knowledge, and their resources to make our community not just better, but the best it can be. Although each of them is exemplary in their own right, together they have built a tremendous legacy of giving back, and they are actively passing on the baton of service to their three amazing sons, James, Wilson, and Charlie, and their wonderful daughter-in-law, Bridger. So, at this point, I want to welcome Shauna back to the stage to say a few closing remarks about United Way and something special about the Landons.
So we know they really wanted to be here today, and we are filming today's event. So we thought on the count of three, if we could all say as loud as we possibly could, congratulations, Jim and Diney. I know they'd really appreciate it. So you ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, Jim and Diney. So thank you again for being here. Congratulations to our award winners. You were in the trenches with us this past year and really made an amazing difference in the community. We're incredibly blessed to work with all of you in this beautiful room today. So we've got a year ahead of us. Please continue to work with us. We know there's a lot of hard work ahead. So again, we'd like to thank our following sponsors: FNBO, American National Bank, Lindsay Corporation, and the 13 community sponsors who stepped up to make today possible. Also, a huge thanks to everyone who joined us. It's been a privilege to be here with you. You're all remarkable, passionate individuals who've gone above and beyond to help our community. So I hope you have a great afternoon, and thank you again.